Hello and welcome to a video that is probably my most viewed and liked video I've had so far. So I thought as soon as the DLC came out I could do it a lot better and I could rematch it, because the first time round I lost. So I thought I'd see what the outcome is if I do a rematch, and I thought I'd also on top of that put commentary on just to make it a little bit more interesting. And I put it at the NXT arrival rather than normal NXT. There's not a massive difference, but I thought I'd do it. And I've used the Finn Bàlor demon attire. It has a completely different entrance to a certain extent. He's not like just walking around, he's just like his demon entrance, which is pretty nice. His attire's pretty much like fairly different, and I'm guessing a lot of you already know the differences. And they did an update, so forth, and the entrance is somewhat different. I think they added it into an extra entrance you could have. I don't know if there's a lot of difference between the two, but moving on to the video at hand. The match itself, as you just heard, is a last man standing match, and it goes on for a while, but I thought I've already uploaded a video with Joe in it today, but I thought I might as well do this one as well as. And yeah, I'm hoping that you'll all enjoy it. All of you that obviously at least like wrestling games and wrestling general, that is. The first video that I published was involving AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. Hoping that you'll enjoy that. Might do another match involving them two at some point, but I definitely look forward to doing this match again at some point, like I have done in this. And yeah, I thought I'll include the entrances. But when I put the belt onto the new Samoa Joe, because the created one won it, it does look a bit weird. And he has two towels for some reason. I don't know if he's supposed to, but for some reason he has two towels on him. And at this moment, Finn Bàlor's just about to finish his entrance, and you'll see Samoa Joe's entrance in this match. And the match gets a bit hectic, but that's how we like the matches. And for some reason I saw this weird glitch on Universe mode, where for some reason NXT has an announce table, and usually it doesn't. I'd really like if they got Corey Graves, and I can never remember his name, I think his name's Rich or Richard or something like that, as the NXT announce team, because that would be a lot better and add more depth to the game rather than just having the same commentary team all the time. And yeah, at first I did think Universe mode would be a bit annoying with NXT Superstars, or the fact that you'd have to set NXT pay-per-views, but in a way you don't. You just have rivalries on there. But the pay-per-views in a way would make it more interesting, I suppose. But here we go. Finn Bàlor's just finishing his entrance off now, and you'll see Samoa Joe make his entrance. And you'll see what I mean. The title looks a bit weird on Samoa Joe.
Oh, I can't wait to see this one. Calling this one's going to be a real treat, Michael. And I know you feel the
yeah.
same way. Yep, so does Ken.
But the application that I use to do this, I use it on PS4, and it's called SHAREfactory. I'd have to use my own music that's on SHAREfactory over the top of the entrances, but I thought I might as well just talk over it rather than put music in. Might put music in future videos from this, because I think it's royalty free music that Sony's put into it. But yeah, I'm still a bit confused why he ends up having two towels. I don't know if it's because if he automatically has one for his entrance or what, but for whatever reason you can't use DLC entrance characters either, I believe. Yeah, look, he picks it off of him. And this is pretty much where the match begins.
Things are about to get interesting. Oh, yeah.
By sneak attack from Finn Bàlor. He is not impressed with his loss some time ago. And I was surprised that I lost that match, to be honest, but I did actually try. The difficulty at times can be hard, but at the moment I've only got it on hard, not legendary, just to get more into it, and I'm edging toward upping the difficulty because then the losses will come at a price, because you know I'm using the higher difficulty and getting more into playing the game a lot more at a higher AI difficulty. And at this point, Samoa Joe introduces the baseball bat, which I was not fond of, but whatever, you know. All weapons are legal in the last man standing match. Stomping away on me at this point, and the referee thinks it's a good idea to start counting for whatever reason, even though barely anything has happened. So okay then, referee, you do your thing and I'll do mine. And at this point Samoa Joe begins to chop away, but I managed to pull off a reversal and we take it to the outside, and I bring out a table for the first time in the match, and Samoa Joe just kicks me down over the joys. I mean, there's a lot of points in this match where I generally didn't think I'd win because of how the first one went about, but I think between now and then I've improved in how I play the game. There is times when you have to just come up with your own ways of winning, and sometimes they're the best, rather than just people that you'll see online. And the people you see online, they just can be annoying with freaking constantly running, because they still do it like they do on every game, every wrestling game. I think this one of the points where I thought I'd leave Samoa Joe as B, but I was guessing that he'd probably get up. There's a couple of spots in this match which you'll probably enjoy quite a bit, because some of the moves on this game connect a lot nicer than previous games. And the reversals, they're just amazing compared to other games. I didn't imagine for 1 second that 2K16, if you compared it to the old games, if someone came up to me and said, do you think this would be possible, I'd be like, well, most likely, but I mean, I'd just be blown away at that point, because you know, I'd just be used to like THQ's Survive, like SmackDown vs Raw 2009, and you know, that sort of gameplay. It'd be a completely different play style, because you know, they completely changed it, and in my opinion for the better. My hopes for the next game is that we'll see Austin Aries and AJ Styles like properly in the game, since like NXT in a couple of like months or so, we will see Austin Aries make his NXT debut, because they've like leaked it on Twitter and on YouTube, I believe. And AJ Styles made his debut in the Royal Rumble, and he's made his Raw debut against Chris Jericho, and that was a pretty enjoyable match. I don't completely see how that actually put him through the table, but oh well, and got him down for a bit. Well, I just got my stamina and momentum up a little bit, because I thought I'd do a couple of taunts. And at this point, I think I go for the just go for another table. Yeah, over time I did quite enjoy this match. I thought I'd compare it to how the other match was. I don't actually have that save still, I'll just have to possibly watch it back, but there was a couple of spots in there, so if you compare it to the other match, where they're just a lot better in terms of how less one-sided at all the match gets at certain points, but at other points it is quite clear who may or may not win, if you understand what I mean. And yeah, in general, in matches like last man standing matches, if you compare it to old games, in the sense of a lot of people would not want to play these sort of match types because of how annoying they can be, But even online, last man standing matches can be quite enjoyable in the fact that it, just like in wrestling, it does take a while for your superstar to actually be knocked down and actually stay down, so you have a fair chance, even if you're playing as a, say, Callisto-like character, or if you're playing as a small character against like a heavy, tall character, then you'll have a somewhat fair shot at winning the match. Whereas other games, some characters would not have anywhere near much of a chance as you would expect. Through looking at the moves on 2K16, it's a lot better, a lot more crisp, more fluent, and as you can see in this match, there is some moves that you can almost tell how they've improved, just like that Insecure right there. I mean, the motion capture over time must have improved so much that it sometimes the matches just you just look like you would be watching it, especially if you just got rid of the fact that Michael Cole is generally annoying on commentary anyway, and it's not the NXT announced to you, but nevertheless he is a massive powerbomb and literally comes between the ladder and the table, and his head practically hits the ladder like quite hard. I think for the rest of this part of the video, because they're split into two, I'll just let you watch it, and you'll see why in a minute, and I'll see you the second part. Hope you enjoy this bit. I was amazed when it happened.
Well, King did it again. As you mentioned earlier, there's not much that Finn Bàlor can't do in the ring, and you'd have to think that comes from years of traveling the globe, learning different styles and different ways to beat your opponent. What is he, 100 years old? He's absorbed all those different styles. Oh, that's it. That's got to be it. Finn Bàlor. Now that's a finishing move, people. If that doesn't do it, then what will? Man, he's got to dig down deep here if he hopes to make it back to his feet in time. 3, 4, 5, 6. Championship on the line. Oh, you're right about that. Let's get this thing going. Who's going to be the champion? Going to have to shake off the moderate damage that's been inflicted here and find a way to maintain the upper hand. Thus far, this has been... Uh-oh! And the Irishman's going to end it with a coup de grace. He's down, and now the official begins the count. 2, 3, 4. Ladies and gentlemen, change the channel. Do not go to the fridge.
Hello, and as you may have just seen, there was a massive coup de grace right through a table from the top of the ladder, and I don't know if I've ever done that or if I've seen my friend do it, but he tried to do it on another game as a created Finn Bàlor, and he did it from the ring to the outside, and that looked pretty good. So I thought I'd try it on this game and see just if it works, because I don't recall if I've tried it before on this game, like certain diving moves through tables, through ladders. Like moves through ladders on this game, I don't think they work quite as well as they did in other games where you could like snap the ladder. I don't know if you can snap the ladder quite as efficient as you could before. And I don't think weapons can be in your way as such as they used to be, unless you're meaning to have a ladder in your way, like just a second ago where I palm bombed and Samoa Joe's head hit the ladder. And here I'm going to go for another diving attempt, I do believe. Yep, a massive body splash. I mean, if I went into wrestling, even if like it wasn't a long-term thing, it was just something to like get me into like doing more cardio, getting into more shape, having that better like body happiness and visually like happy, in the sense that I'm not thinking, oh, I need to lose weight, I need to keep in more shape, because if I just keep on top of it, I won't want to like look at myself and think, oh, I'm not quite who I want to be. Like like it can happen with anything. All you have to do is aspire to it and actually do it, and over time things do happen. You can't just look on the bad side and think that's just what's going to happen. All you have to do is just get on with things, really. Like anything. Like if you're struggling with a game or just anything, in the long run it's possible. Just say 2K for instance. I mean, I bet when they were doing this game there were certain bits that probably annoyed them when they were making it, and I wonder if, like, say for the My Career part of it, a lot of people were not happy with 2K15's My Career. They thought it was a good sort of building block towards what they would want, and in my opinion, because I played quite a lot of hours of it and I've still not got anywhere near completing it, I think it's pretty good, and that it's just generally a lot better than it was, and 2K15 generally was a good building block towards what 2K16 is. And like I say, the two wrestlers I definitely want in 2K17 is Austin Aries and AJ Styles, because all you'd need is like just to build on what moves are already in the game and just make their models, and hopefully they'd mocap for 2K. I'm assuming they will, because I do believe that Austin Aries has before, and he did voice Jacob Cass in WWE 12. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video so far. It's near enough coming to an end. I'm just going to sum up everything that's happened in this match pretty much. There's been so many weapons used, from, as you can see now, a kendo stick, table, baseball bat, chairs, excuse me, a ladder, literally anything that I could think of I grabbed and went for, because I was so determined and trying to win as much as possible, and it was and is really difficult on some matches. And whether I'll win or not, you'll see. And I will leave you to watch the rest of this match, and I hope you enjoy it, and hopefully I'll win. It does look like it at this point, but things can turn around in a second. Enjoy the rest of the match. Don't forget to like, comment, and if you're new to my channel, subscribe. Like me on Facebook, Iconic Shadows, and follow me on Twitter at Iconic Shadows. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys, up to this point, and I hope you enjoy the rest of it. Peace out and have a great day.
Samoa Joe is definitely making it look easy.
It may just be a matter of time now, Cole. Whoa, there's no wasted movement. Anytime you can string offense together like that, it helps confuse and dismantle your opponent. Every muscle in that body is battered now.
Samoa Joe has moved forward.
He's down, and now the official begins the count. This guy's just getting worn out.
4, 5.
Fighting to get back to his feet, and he does. What's it gonna take to keep these guys down? Apparently, it'll take a lot more to end this match.
Oh, that's devastating.
We now have to... Looks like he's going to test the effectiveness of that move. Quick thinking to avoid that.
Oh, great move.
If that doesn't do it, then what will?
Finn Bàlor sensing the chance here. Finn Bàlor smells blood, folks. Look at Finn Bàlor making his move. Oh, that's That's it. That's got to be it. Finn Bàlor. Now that's a finishing move, people. Great one-on-one action here tonight. It doesn't get much better than this. He's bringing it back inside the ring now.
I can't blame him. Keep it in the ring.
He's down, and now the official begins the count.
Well, the ref can count to 100, Michael. This one's over.
4, 5, 6. With the championship at stake, you know these superstars will get everything they have to win here tonight.
Oh, that goes without saying, Cole. The WWE Championship, it's what it's all about here in the WWE. Every superstar.
He did it, the winner and your new champion.
Let's see what happened during that incredible matchup. I can't believe what we saw during this one. You want to talk about crowd pleasing?
Here's your winner and the new NXT champion, Finn Bàlor.
Finn Bàlor picks up the victory here tonight.
And with this win, we set off on what I predict will be an amazing championship run.
Thanks for tuning in for this championship match, and what an amazing match it was.